If you don't have a system for how money leaves your accounts in retirement, every market drop can feel scary because now it's not just numbers, it's paying your bills. And I think this is where a lot of retirement plans quietly start to break down. Not because the math doesn't work, but because there's no clear process for how money actually shows up month to month. This is probably the question I get more than any other. How do I actually refill my cash bucket? So today I'm going to walk you through exactly how this works for me. And really, it comes down to one question. Instead of asking, what do I need to sell this month? I'm just asking, do I need to move more cash? That one change is what makes this feel completely different. Before I get into the mechanics, I want to ground this in my actual situation because it shapes everything about this system. I retired at 59 without a pension, without guaranteed income, and before Social Security kicks in next year. So this isn't about maximizing returns. This is about making what I have last while bridging that gap to Social Security. Everything flows through my money market account. Rent comes out of it, credit cards get paid from it, groceries, utilities, everything runs through here. I'm not logging in every month deciding what to sell. I'm not trying to time the market to fund my life. I'm just spending from this one account. So the real job is keeping this account funded. And this is where a lot of stress can creep in. Many people are funding retirement month to month, selling whatever they need at the time. And that can start to feel really reactive. Here's what that looked like for me recently. In March, my money market dropped to just under $10,000. After paying about $3,800 for April expenses, I needed to refill it. So where does that money come from? For me, it comes from my CDs. I keep about 3 years of expenses split between my money market and a CD ladder. It's all still my cash, just in different places. I'm not overthinking this, it's just staged access to cash. The money market is ready to spend, and even that is earning about 3.25% right now. The CDs are earning a little bit more while they wait. Right now, mine are ranging from 3.85 to 4%. So every layer of my cash is still working even before I need it. And this is where most people expect I'm about to start selling investments, but I'm not. I'm not creating cash every month. I'm just moving cash I already set aside, which means when the market gets volatile, like it did in March, nothing really changes for me. And normally that's the kind of moment that usually makes people nervous, but not for me. I still move cash, I still pay my bills, same process. The market really isn't part of that decision. And that's a very different feeling. Now, because my CDs are set up as a ladder, one comes available roughly every few months. So I'm never stuck waiting for access. There's always something available now or coming due soon. And my money market holds enough to comfortably bridge that gap. So when that account runs low, I just move money from a CD into the money market account. That's it. That's how I fund my spending. And this is the part that makes the whole system feel predictable. There's also a smaller layer working in the background. Interest from my CDs and money market plus dividends from my investments flow into this account automatically. I've set it up so nothing gets reinvested. It all comes in as cash. No manual steps, no decisions. My interest and dividend earnings just flow into my money market account. So if I need $3,800 in a given month, $1,000 or so is already sitting there, which means I only need to move $2,800 from a CD. It doesn't eliminate withdrawals, but it does slow them down. And this part is important. I'm not trying to live off interest and dividends. I'd have to have millions saved in order for that to work. So it's not enough to cover my expenses. They just reduce what I need to pull. My plan is designed so my savings cover that gap until Social Security starts next year. So right now, that income is simply reducing how much I need to move from my cash each month. Now, this is where the system really gets tested, because keeping the account full is one thing, rebuilding it is another. Eventually, those CDs need to be refilled. So where does that money come from? This is where my other buckets come in. My first move is always my income bucket. That's where I keep more stable income-producing investments. For me, that's things like dividend-focused funds, designed to produce income with less volatility than the overall market. If I need to sell more than that bucket can comfortably provide, then and only then I'll look at my growth bucket. But that's not where I want to go first, because that bucket is designed to give me long-term growth. And here's the rule that holds the whole thing together. I don't refill in a down market. That's the entire reason I keep multiple years in cash to begin with. So I don't have to. This protects me from having to sell when things are down, which is where a lot of retirement damage can happen. If the market is down, I wait. If the market is doing well and I have gains, that's when I'll trim a little and move it back into cash. There's no fixed schedule. I'm really just watching two things: the level of my cash bucket and the condition of the market. When both line up, I refill. I'm really, again, just trimming gains from what's done well. And this matters even more when you're working with a more modest portfolio, because you don't have a lot of room for mistakes early on. This structure really just gives you time. And in retirement, time is everything. If you zoom out, the system is actually very simple. I spend from one place, I refill it from cash that I've already set aside, and when conditions are right, I rebuild that cash from my investments in that order. That's the flow. Without a system like this, every month you would have to decide, what do I need to sell to pay my bills? With this system, the question is much simpler. Do I need to move more cash into my spending account? And that just feels very different, because to me, one feels very reactive, the other feels more within my control. Month to month, this system is really pretty boring. And honestly, that's what you want in retirement. Because when nothing changes, even when the market does, that's when retirement starts to feel stable. You're not reacting. You're not guessing. You're just following a process that you already set up. And for me, that's the real value of this approach. It's not just that the math works. It's that the system keeps working no matter what the market is doing. And that's what makes this feel sustainable in real life, not just in theory. If you're trying to make retirement work without millions, this channel is for you. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.